Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just going to do a patch rundown of the patch 0.2 for Battlerite Royale. This is a Halloween themed one, so it's going to be probably pretty awesome to see what they do with the map. You can kind of see like pumpkins being added to looks like the keep. It's super cool. They're also adding a new champion. They're adding in the private lobby. It's going to be quite interesting to see exactly what it is. So basically, they're just adding some items and spooky chests, I guess, for Halloween themed cosmetics. That's not really what I'm going to show here. I'm going to go more about the character stuff that they're changing. Okay, so let's go for Halloween consumables. Vampiric Potion, epic consumable, drink to gain 75% life leech for 8 seconds. This is actually really big, especially for people who want to do damage. This could be a huge life game, especially in the later states of the game. We'll have to see how big the cooldown is to drink it, because if it's like stealth potion, then it'll be really good, but it could be like a healing potion. We have no idea, right? They don't tell us, but it could be huge. Scarecrow, legendary consumable, spawn a scarecrow that fears anyone that enters the area. Whoa, that's really good. Especially as the circle gets lower and lower, this will be a really scary item to look out for. Might be even better than Sentry Turret, because you could just get the jump on someone. But the Sentry Turret's like constant effect. This is just like it seems like an initial effect. It seems pretty good though. It seems pretty good. It definitely will be scary later in the game. Early in the game, it would be like whatever, but definitely later in the game, yeah. Just like it probably is like a Sentry Turret. That's probably what I'm gonna compare this to. We directly purchase with diamonds or tokens at the following cost. Damn, 40,000 tokens for a legendary. That's crazy. For reference, it's like 20,000 right now. These skins better be sick then, dude. I guess they want people to buy like their diamonds, so I guess that makes sense. We get events, which is get 30 trick or treats. I guess this is this thing. This is like shrines. Okay, that's more of like a it's just like cosmetic stuff. It seems like okay, cool. CPU has been optimized for the effect system. This should be no. Oh, that's pretty sick. Very nice of them. Makes like your game run smoother. They'll do a private lab is not supported for 40 players and 6 observers. That's super awesome. That means like tournaments and stuff can definitely be a real thing. It's super cool. I'm gonna skip the UI stuff because this is whatever. Ranking system leaderboards will use the highest achieved rating instead of the current rating. Oh, that's really nice. I mean, this allows you to play other characters, which is a really big deal. A lot of people like pick one character, main them, and all the way to probably like champion or something, and then they just can't stop playing them because they're not as good as any other characters besides that one. But this is huge. That's a really nice thing. That allows a lot of people to try like newer characters, try new stuff, and not feel as bad for it. So it's a good push in the right direction for a lot of people. Players can now undo their purchases in the starting area. Oh, that's big. Sometimes you mess up. That's huge. When a player dies, they drop one item per frame instead of all items at the same time. This creates a millisecond long delay between each. I don't think that's gonna change a lot. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out later in the game, because it doesn't seem like a lot, but like let's say they have a lot of items that could be significantly longer, but I mean, it's not gonna be that significant. When a player dies, they can now drop their M1 ability as long as it's a rare or higher quality. Okay, that's super nice. You can get better loot and stuff. I'm surprised this wasn't in the game from the start, but that's really nice. Players spawns are now 4 facing no longer isolated island. Give players more chance. Okay, that's pretty nice. So they don't need the Talon or like the starting map. That's kind of interesting, actually. I mean, it's not a big change, but it's a welcome change, I guess. I don't really know. That's not gonna really change a lot of stuff. I guess it'd be kind of cool to see like how the map is before you're actually playing the game. So that's pretty nice. You can now be hit by enemies during the recovery animation after landing. New knocks nearby. This is actually a big deal. So that means that jumping later has an advantage rather than just jumping right at the start of the game. Something to definitely look out for. So you want to you have to not only time where you want to go, but you have to time how early you jump. That's kind of interesting. Could be a big deal. Could also just be a very small deal. Just push someone out of loot and get loot that they like opened from an orb and stuff. It'll be, I mean, yeah, it'll be interesting. It seems pretty. It will be probably annoying if you're gonna be the one getting skydived on or skydived. I don't know. You can now be hit by abilities during the recovery animation after landing. Okay. This is kind of a bigger deal as well, because you do have that invulnerable when you land on someone. So in duos, this will matter quite a bit. And solos, I imagine this is not going to change much unless there's just another enemy nearby. So, I mean, we'll see. Cheat medallion, drop chance for chests, and chance to show up if vendors is reduced by 50%. I guess this is like an item that they think is really annoying to play against because you kill the person and then, you know, they have the sheet medallion. So you think you kill them, but then you don't. The issue with this, though, is that because now it's a rarer item in a sense that you're not going to be as used to it. And then when someone actually gets it, it's like, you completely forget about it. So you have to be ready for that. Name change to Lucky Keyring. No longer gives increased chest rate. Now gives 6%. Oh, this is actually very interesting. So if you get this at the start of the game, a 16% increase on gold can really add up, actually. So this item's not completely useless anymore after like the very first initial like orb killing, I guess. I can actually see this being used for quite some time until you get like an item you actually want, or you just want to keep saving your money. Because if you get the gold version of this, 40% is a pretty big deal. That's like oh my god, yeah. After like a minute, you have a lot more gold than someone else. So like if League of Legends has taught me anything, like gold per 5 items were a really big deal. So if you're a character who needs to get their items faster, this is kind of a bigger deal. Spring Trap, new epic consumable. Place a trap that flings the enemies into the air. Not. I mean, this is. It'll be really good if you can get it, but I mean, I have to see a photo of these two, just from looking at them. This one's not a bit like this is a new legendary consumable. Interesting. So this one's kind of a bigger deal because if you could drop on someone and make them like incapacitated, this is huge. This is actually a really big deal. In the later stages of the game too, if like the circle's at the final thing, if you have this item and you jump up and there's people fighting, like you have so much time, right? This is a really good item. This one, it's like 50-50. This one I'll have to actually play with to see how good it is. All right, Ruh Kaan. I never played the original arena, so I'm kind of interested to see what he does. All right, melee advantage deals 8 damage. Your weapon charges over time when you're fully charged. Deals 18 damage. Inflicts curse and silence and heals you for 12 on hit. Whoa, pretty good. Launch a dart bolt of energy that deals 36 damage. Bro, what is the cooldown on that? Holy shit! If that's like the same thing as Sirius's thing, that's crazy. 36 damage is big. Dash forward then deal 6 damage to nearby enemies. Okay, that's pretty good. Part of you negate any attacking full charge weapons and resets. Ooh, that's so good. Wow, holy shit. This is gonna be scary as hell. This is huge. Like, if you get in there and you immediately hit this and you get it off, like your burst is basically back. That's insane. Launch a claw that deals 10 damage and pulls an enemy towards you. Hitting an item heals you for 5 health. Alright, spin your scythe for 1.2 seconds, increasing your movement speed, dealing 25 damage to you. Holy shit. Dude, he's so good. What the hell? I need to see, like... Oh my god, this is so good. This is like Shifu's ultimate, man. An item like this where you just increase your movement speed and deal damage is insane. He has only 1 dash, and I don't think he can get over walls, but that hasn't stopped Jamelia from being like an absolute god tier character. Yeah, this is extremely good. He's a really, oh my god, he's really good. He might be like probably tier S for sure. I have to see more on how his kit plays together, but wow, he's transform into a shadow beast with leeching attacks for 5 seconds. Replace your ability quickly. Does leeching mean he heals too off his things? Oh my god. I mean, this is his ultimate, so we'll see how fast he charges it, but that's insane. All right, on to champion updates. Yeah, Ruh Kaan is Jesus. Okay, Croak. So Croak, in my opinion, is not one of the stronger characters. He's definitely weak. So it's nice to see him actually getting an update rather than, you know, them leaving him to be like kind of just whatever. Because if you don't get ahead on him currently, like he just falls so far behind. Because the way his playstyle is. So let's see what they did. Frog Leap Space cooldown now scales better than rarity. That's actually a pretty big deal. Wow. I don't know. Again, they don't give us a lot of like information on how much it scales, but if it scales like 20% for like maybe like the epic, that's really good. From like a 10-second cooldown to like an 8, like 2 seconds is a big deal. This is a game of seconds, so that's pretty big. Camouflage fading haste during the increase from 1.5 to 2. That's really good as well. Not a huge change, but those 0.5 seconds can matter. So this is huge. Actually, damage increased to 16 rendered. Damage on skills are guaranteed. Okay, so this is really good. Croak still has the issue of being an all-in character at the moment, but at least with this, he has a better way of getting out. This is a huge change for him. These two are whatever. Unless this really like scales the damage up, but this one's really, really good. Alright, Freya. Bash, M1. Increase the damage, the third hit. Okay, so very minimal. Her 1v1 definitely like got better though. Haste duration increased. Legendary bonus so gives haste duration. Bash inflicting collecting 1 series. Oh! Okay. This is big. Because yeah, that's I mean, it's not the biggest change, but her 1v1 got better for sure. Like giving a snare as well. Oh my god, Freya. Okay, dude. Gotta be kind of scary. Now reduces the enemy movement speed by 10%. Okay, so she got a pretty big, so now she has catch potential. She has a way to keep someone down, and she does more damage the more you attack. That's pretty good. Freya's like gonna be a little bit better for sure. Maybe not still like S tier, but probably like A, low A for sure. Okay, Iva's getting a lot of changes. So Iva's probably one of the weakest characters in the game right now. So they said they want to grant her more offensive value with a little bit less defensive. Okay, that's fair enough. So Iva's biggest issue is that she can't get close enough with her stuff to really do anything. But we'll have to see what they do. Damage reduced from... Okay, no longer consumes oil to inflict burning loads. It applies oil. Okay, that's... Okay, so this is nice. This is nice. The oil changes matters a lot. I still don't think that's a really good enough change for this. We'll have to see how this really plays out. Her main thing too is like she's super like immobile. Like she has some like jumps and stuff, but other than that, it's like whatever. No longer scales oil duration based on rarity. Oil slow factor reduced from 20%. Okay. Not a big change, but does help her out somewhat. Keybind change from Q to R. What? I guess they got rid of her R ability. Oh, okay. So they got rid of this, her tractor beam. Okay, that's huge. That's huge. Deals 30 damage to a cone over time. Okay, so her flamethrower to inflict burning oil. Damage over burning scarce with rarity. Okay, so if she gets close to you, this is big. This is actually huge. This is a really good change too. So now that when she gets on you, she has more mobility to stay on you, because that's what like her entire combo is like if she jumps on you, you just jump away and then she can't do anything. But we'll see how this affects you. This is big. This is a good thing. Now inflicts a stun instead of 1.5 incapacitate. Now enemy is knocked back based on distance. So this will allow her to... Oh, actually, that's pretty good. I'm hoping this means that if they're closer, they don't get knocked back as far. Or maybe you wanted more knocked back first. So my biggest problem with Iva, like I said before, is that she can't stay on someone after she gets on someone. So maybe this is more of a defensive thing. So she has a way to like stay alive longer. We'll see. That becomes Zap. Okay. Machine gun. Duration increased from 2 seconds to 2.5. Bullets increased from 16 to 20. Damage from probably 6 to 5. Can now move or reduce. Okay, so this is a huge change. This ability was so garbage because like you're forced to basically stand there and just try to like hit everyone. But if they just jump over you, like you can't turn around fast enough. Big deal. I think Iva's still gonna be pretty weak. But we'll have to see more. Like I don't know. A lot of this is her new ability is a huge change. So we'll see. We'll see. I still think she's gonna be pretty weak. Jade increasing the fading haste from 30 to 70. Damn. Legendary bonus now includes fading haste factory. Legendary bonus drops a bomb that deal. Whoa. Okay, so Jade got a huge. Her stealth got a huge buff. This is good because she didn't have a lot of damaging abilities. I think she only has like 3 for a ranged character. That's pretty rough. This is huge. This puts her more in line to what some of the other ranged characters. She'll definitely see more play for sure. This is a huge increase. 30 to 70% is massive. Wow. Jamelia Shuriken no longer bounces to or from invulnerable target. No longer bounces to or from invulnerable target. I mean, that's more of like a clarification change, I guess. This one's I mean, these two are not going to really matter. This one you could maybe abuse, but she's still going to be in a great spot. This is whatever. This is probably just so like they probably didn't want this to be these two to be in the game from the start. So it's a good change. It's a good change. Oh, thank God. This Jamal's getting nerfed. Bless, guys. Bless. All right, hunting arrow. Reduce bouncing damage from 12 to 8 to 4. Okay, so this is a big deal. This is one of the reasons why he's so good, and them reducing the damage on him is a big deal. No longer bounces off from. Oh my god. Okay, so this change is huge. This really lowers the amount of like insane potential he has, and this really matters too. Even though it's 0.3 seconds, that 0.3 seconds is a huge deal on Prowl. So he doesn't have as much escape tools or catch up. This is big. Increasing healing for human to 10 to 8. Okay, this is fine. This is fine too. This is good. This is a good change as well. So he's gonna be probably more in line with most of the characters. He just had way too much, and I'm glad that they're actually seeing this. Sirius is getting a nerf too. Interesting. Crescent Strike M1 recharge time to increase from 5 to 6 seconds. Crescent Gale M2. Minimum. Okay, so they're basically just making it so he's more in line with the other melee characters. Baku is probably going to be the best melee character then. I don't know why they really thought Sirius was that busted. He's good, but he's not like oppressive as hell like he was. Okay, I guess Sirius will be in a not a much worse spot, but he's definitely probably going down from like S tier to A tier. This is a lot of changes to him to make him maybe a little bit worse. Minimum and maximum range reduced by 0.5 seconds. Interesting. This is shorter than the total range. Okay. Interesting. So his space is kind of whatever. It's very interesting. It's slight changes, but slight changes in this game really matter. Okay, so Sirius is probably going to be still a good character, just not as good. Definitely not as good. He's going to go probably from like S plus to like S or A plus, probably down there. Pestilus, he needs a desperate buff. He's another weak character. Swarm. Legendary bonus no longer consumes moth buffs. Okay. That's a big, I guess that's a really big deal. Doesn't happen too often, but I guess it's really annoying if this is the case. I didn't really know that, to be honest. Now inflicts a fading blind to enemies hit. This is a huge deal. This is actually like blinding in this game is so big. Visions matters so much, and adding that to a character who probably desperately needs it, big deal, big deal. I still don't think he's gonna be that good. He's probably gonna be more annoying to deal with now, but still probably not gonna be extremely like. I guarantee he's not gonna be like more players are probably not gonna play him. That's the way I'm gonna say it. I think the players who want to play him are happy about this change, but I don't think it's going to really do anything to him. Okay, Varus is getting nerfed. Varus is another really good character. Damage increased from 13 to 14. Remove 2 healing per hit. Okay. So they're just trading for so he doesn't stay as sustained for that long. He's more of like they want him to do more damage and not have like healing on it. It's just trading something for something else. That's kind of a big deal. The 2 healing per hit, because if he can end up healing them is kind of a big deal, but that's only for like really long fights, right? So he'll probably still be alright with this change. Increased healing from consumption. Okay, so they're changing the healing from this to this, so you have to hit your shatter. Okay, this requires Varus to actually be like, you know, you have to be more skilled with them to pull that off, which is a really good change. I'm happy about this. Varus will still be in a great spot. Okay, Xander's another really good character. I'm wondering what they're doing. Damage now scales less with rarity. Okay, so his burst potential with this ability is insane. It is his only damaging ability, I believe, so it's kind of interesting. We'll have to see. Well, other than like his ultimate and his like mouse one, but I can see why they want to nerf it. Will increase legendary bonus rev is reduced in the duration 2.5 seconds. Wow, I can't believe they're nerfing that too. Jesus. Increase cast time from 0.5 seconds to. Interesting. So Xander's getting just slight nerfs. Probably not going to be the worst, but he will be probably more in line with other range characters. I think the biggest changes in this patch are Freya and Jade. I think those 2 characters will see probably more play, especially Jade. Like, this is a huge change. She'll definitely be more seen. I'm really excited to try Ruh Kaan, but at the same time, I think he's going to be absolutely busted. But the changes are more than welcome. Good job, developers at Stunlock. I'm excited to play on the game when the patch comes out, which I think is today. Yeah, for sure. Awesome. All right, guys, have a good one.